In the northern Gaza Strip, Israeli forces launched another series of strikes on the enclave's capital and satellite towns. The hits damaged residential houses and infrastructure. Several dozen people were killed. At the same time, there were exchanges of fire, both in the vicinity of the University College and on the outskirts of the Al Zaytun neighborhood. At the same time, militant snipers were active in the area and managed to wound at least 2 IDF soldiers. In the central part of the Gaza Strip, the Israelis again struck Hamas-controlled population centers. The highest number of hits were recorded in Al-Brej and Nuseirat, which are regularly targeted by the IDF. Also, the Israeli troops launched an offensive in the direction of Deir al-Bala, which is completely in the humanitarian zone. In a few days, the Israelis have occupied quite a large area, establishing control along the Salah ad-Din highway. As for the Palestinian formations, they responded both by striking IDF positions and by launching rockets at border kibbutzim. One of the rockets landed in the vicinity of the Kisufim military base, but did not cause any damage. The situation is also developing dynamically in the south of the Gaza Strip, where the Israelis are conducting another operation in the Khan Yunis neighborhood. To the northeast of the city, IDF units completed the demolition of structures in the Hamad housing complex and withdrew from the area. In parallel, Israeli troops occupied Dar al-Salam Hospital and advanced almost to the center of Bani Suhaila. Hamas fighters responded with a series of ambushes and sorties, but were unable to repel the Israelis. At the same time, Palestinian militias south of Khan Yunis fired a rocket in the direction of Tel Aviv. In response, the Israelis retaliated at the launch site, reporting the destruction of the militants involved in the attack. There was no significant change in the situation in the southernmost part of the enclave. Sporadic exchanges of fire in Rafah continued, as did the bombing of remaining buildings and underground tunnels. In the West Bank, the Israelis carried out one of the largest raids in recent weeks. In one day alone, more than 40 locals were detained in the region, accused of having links to Hamas. Fierce clashes erupted in Jenin, Tubas, and Tulkarm governorates. There, the Israelis used airstrikes against Hamas and other Palestinian factions. Anti-government rallies demanding the release of hostages continued to emerge throughout the country. One such rally took place in Tel Aviv, where several thousand people took to the city's main streets. The situation along the Lebanese-Israeli border remains tense, with the sides exchanging strikes and threats. Hezbollah reported hits on IDF positions, while traditionally claiming Israeli casualties. In turn, the Israelis continued to strike both border and rear localities in Lebanon. Hamas and Hezbollah members in the country were also attacked, and several people were killed.